Jack, Heath, delighted to be back with HRCU today and with Ken Mauser, the technology boss, if you will, the chief, the guru here for HRCU. And security, as you hear and we talk about, and thanks for joining us, Ken, is so important for consumers, businesses, official entities, keeping that data secure. Tell us how you're keeping the members of HRCU more secure in their different accounts, if you will, that they have with you.
Yeah, so there's a number of things that we do internally. We have our network tested actually by security research firms that we enlist, and they'll actually enlist someone who has hacking capabilities to test our network and try to penetrate it.
A real test?
A real test.
Wow, that's cool, yeah.
Absolutely. So they'll do scans, they'll manually try to penetrate our network, and then we'll get this nice report saying that our network's all secure and that there are no issues, and if there were issues, we'd be able to remediate those problems.
Now, you have to probably be careful giving out some information and data, but also the individual consumer and your members have to be careful too as well. Talk about that.
HRCU does everything that we can possibly do to protect member data on our side, but it's really, a lot of that falls on the member themselves because they're using computer systems, they're using mobile devices, and they're accessing their accounts with these devices. And if those devices become breached, then anything that device has access to, the attacker also has access to. So if you're using your online banking, then that's all going to be in the hands of the attacker. So there's a number of things that they need to do to stay secure, and they need to keep their computers up to date. They need to make sure they're running good security software, and just being vigilant, making sure that they aren't being scammed by somebody when they're reading emails. Just make sure that it's actually the person that you think it is who's sending that email.
But how can you validate on your end and on the member's end sometimes that it is that person you think it is?
You know, when a member calls us up, we have to validate information off their account to authenticate who they are. But one really tricky part of all this is that everyone's in the entire country, your identity has been breached several times over by these large compromises from really big corporations get hacked. And all this information is just for sale on the internet.
So that information can be used again and misused.
Exactly. So it's really important that our call center staff, and these guys are phenomenal, I can't speak highly enough about them, just be really alert. There has been instances where people have called in to commit fraud and has had all of the information that you would normally need to access information about someone's account. And just because of the way that the person was talking or the circumstances, they were able to stop it right in their tracks. And just being extraordinarily vigilant is really the key here to being successful.
So you're doing what you can do on your end as the chief technology person for HRCU, but other than validating, being diligent, being careful, what can your members do that they may not be doing now to kind of make it harder on someone getting their data or information?
You want to be able to catch these things as soon as possible if they do go wrong, if your computer becomes breached and your account gets hacked. So you want to be able to monitor that. We have a great mobile application that has a thumbprint recognition for security. So literally with like a tap of your finger, you can have access to all your transactions, and it just takes a couple seconds a day to monitor that, to make sure that everything on there is legitimate.
And on your hrcu.org security corner on the website, you have information there. You have courses, you have stuff for the family and ways people can get better at protecting their data.
Yeah, we're going to be launching a great new security awareness tool that's going to be free for all of our membership, and it's going to be an interactive video-based course that will teach you all sorts of different things, including online banking safety, home networking safety, how to keep your home network secure, and there's also a really great little section on children's safety online. So if you're a parent, you definitely want to check that out. I strongly recommend that.
So being the security guy, you take it seriously.
You know, this is my job, but I would take it personally if there was a breach that occurred that I could have done something to prevent. We are very, very conscious of the sensitive data that we have on our members, and we want to do everything possible to keep them secure.
All right, Ken Mauser, thank you very much. Assistant Vice President of Technology for HRCU. Thank you.
Thank you.